in sports entertainment.
Tag team champions beat the British Bulldogs. That's the feature match this week on Championship Wrestling. Hello, everyone. I'm Vince McMahon, along with wrestling's living legend, Bruno Sammartino. We, of course, will look forward to the combination of Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake squaring off against the combination we mentioned earlier on about...
If it isn't Chet Huntley and David Brinkley. Oh, wow. Goodbye, Chet. Goodbye, David.
Adrian Adonis to also join us. Right now, let's take you right on up to ringside.
This is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. In the ring from parts unknown, weighing 269 pounds, Moondog Spot. His partner from Denton, Texas, at 344 pounds, Rusty Brooks. And their opponents, from the Isle of Tonga, weighing 273 pounds, King Tonga. And from Hawaii, at 237 pounds, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Rusty Brooks, well over 300 pounds. Spot Moondog Spot, about 275 pounds. These are big men, but again, they haven't met the likes of Big Steamboat, who's not only an expert on the art, he's also quick, such great shape, such a great wrestler. And King Tonga, with some 270 pounds, extremely strong for his. You don't know the art as well. He's a great wrestler. Looks like a captain at 270 pounds. That'll be a good matchup.
We just saw a little something out there. The Dragon pre-inspired. You can, Rose. Tonga and the Steamer. Their styles complement each other so well, Bruno.
They certainly do. They both, as far as the arts, maybe Steamboat may have the edge as far as his karate and so forth. But Tonga, on the other hand, he's well-versed in that. He is a bigger man, about 270 pounds. He's very, very quick. He's a very fiery individual, and I'll tell you, they both have such clever maneuvers in that ring. It'll be interesting, Vince, to see how some of those moves will go against the 330 pounds of Rusty Brooks. And did you see that? There's against your speed for you.
And an arm drag takedown, and Ricky Steamboat in control, and quickly now the tag is made as Big Rusty Brooks lunges for it and makes a mistake. Brooks catches a chop. And Ricky Steamboat with Rusty Brooks sends him head first to the buckle. And Big Rotund Rusty having his problems. Oh, and now King Tonga on the inside. And again, Rusty Brooks face first to the buckle. Look to the ropes this time. King Tonga with jump.
He caught him right in the face. That's what I mean. For 270 pounder, he's so agile, so quick. This King Tonga is just phenomenal.
And there against King Tonga. Side headlock now by Tonga, sort of grinding it out a little bit. Moondog Spot sets him up, looking to the rope, showing a block. Off the rope again, King Tonga over to Moondog, off the rope again. Ooh! Tonga running right into the knee. Nicely done by Moondog Spot. Down by Moondog Spot.
very powerful slam. He really drove him that time.
And now wide open was King Tonga, and Rusty Brooks really taking advantage of the situation. If Brooks can find a way to use that awesome weight advantage, and the clever maneuvers of Moondog Spot, they've got a heck of a shot.
You know, Rusty Brooks does use his weight pretty well. Of course, Spot, he's
Took a back body drop. He hooked him and only got two, however.
Chop him. Boy, I tell you, Rusty Brooks is down, and I think he may go out for the count. Now look at Spot. Spot's got the Steamboat running a little bit here.
Rusty Brooks took a foot in the face. King Tonga drops the head on him. Covers Rusty Brooks, 2 and 3. Tremendous victory for King Tonga and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
The winners of this bout, King Tonga and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Starting up later on, we were interrupted during our opening by Adrian Adonis. He is indeed scheduled to join us, but also scheduled later will be the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff, Hercules Hernandez, and of course, Roddy Piper. His guest, by the way, is George the Animal Steel this week in Piper's Pit. And of course, the Killer Bees will be with us along with that very special tag team matchup. Non-title matchup will see Valentine and Beefcake face the Bulldogs. All right now, let's take you to a special update.
Since last year's incredibly successful Wrestlemania, many inquiries have been made for information about Mr. T. We at Update got in touch with this forthright personality. He stated most emphatically that he is in absolute peak physical condition, and if at any moment the phone should ring, he is ready to jeopardize his show business career and step into that precarious circle, the professional wrestling ring. Let us take a closer look at Mr. T as he trained for last year's Wrestlemania, and also a clip of him in the ring.
Get me. Come on, come back, baby, come back, come on, move. Get the girl, come on, D. Hey, come on, move it up. Come on, baby, come on. All right, baby. All right.
He says, please let me in.
When Mr. T says he is in perfect shape and ready for action, he means it. One blow from those mighty arms can put out the lights. I wonder what he has in mind. For Update, this is Lord Alfred Hayes.
This is the Survivor, the ultimate knife with all the accessories to help you survive on your own. Each survivor.
And category A for the Slammies, the Wrestling Music Awards. This category A is the nominees for the Best Personality Land of 1,000 Dances video. Let's take you down to 6 of those nominees.
Come in, jump a little bit with the dog.
Back to back, belly to belly, bumper to bumper, wrestle rock.
You're breaking my heart, baby. How would you like an apple to come down in your head? If that ain't enough, baby, I'll do the strut up and down your spine. I don't talk too good, but my pig's dog a whole lot better. Okay, that's enough, everybody.
Well, I'm not too sure. By the way, the pig is not eligible. Elmer is. If you would like to cast your vote for category A for the Slammies, you may do so by simply casting your vote to this address. The Slammies, the Wrestling Music Awards, P.O. Box 1538, Greenwich, Connecticut.
This contest is scheduled for one fall. In the ring to my right, from Burnsboro, Pennsylvania, weighing 225 pounds, Jeff Gridley. And his opponent, to be led down the aisle by the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, from New York City, weighing 281 pounds, the adorable Adrian Adonis.
There's no question about it. When Adrian Adonis is in there and he wants to wrestle, or if he has an opponent, a good caliber opponent that can give him a hard time, he'll display his wrestling skills, and he'll show anyone that he can be in there with the best of them. He is a tremendous wrestler. He has a terrific amateur background, but as a professional, he can do it all in that ring. There's no question about that. He can be vicious. He can out-wrestle an opponent. He can do it all. And he can be a little different too as far as his behavior.
Adrian now in control of things at the moment. Another one. And a left hand. In control at the moment for the Jet. Really?
He gave him quite a shot there. I thought that was quite a left hook that he got his opponent on, Jeff Grippley. Looks like, let's see, he's going to look at this. He put that thing. Now that again, that is, as far as I'm concerned, that's a power driver. He face locks an opponent, then he drives him down with all his weight, bringing the opponent right down on top of his head, which has the same effect as a power driver. And then as you can see Jeff playing there, the effect and the result is just the same. It's just a different version of the power driver.
Well, did you see there? Well, let's get the official decision.
Your winner, the adorable Adrian Adonis.
Adrian really does think that he's adorable. I mean, look at Adrian. That may be for you, Bruno, I'm not sure.
No comments.
Did you see the blow that was placed upon him? Oh, he's got his mouth open. Look at that. Reaches for the blow.
Puts that on his head.
Be kidding me.
And there it is, a front face lock and right down to the power driver. Boom.
Let's take you to the interview.
All right, fans, here on Channel 5, I do want to remind you tonight up in Laramie, University of Wyoming Auditorium Arena, tremendous Pro Wrestling Federation action. The Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, square off against the British Bulldogs. There is a ladies' match on this great card. Judy Martin goes up against Linda Gonzalez. George Wells, Danny Spivey, and a host of other superstars tonight in Laramie. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff will be facing my guest at this time from Kansas City, Missouri. Welcome back to the great state of Wyoming, Cowboy Bob Orton.
Tonight's the night, Orndorff. Here I'm stepping into the ring with a man who puts a cast on his arm. His arm was never broke. You know it.
Well,
I know it. Trying to even the score, man. Trying to get in there with me, the wrestling genius of the century, and even the score, putting a cast on his arm. But tonight, Orndorff, times are going to change, you see, because I've come up with a new idea. I got something I'm not going to divulge to anybody at this time, but you'll find out tonight, man. Judy Martin's going to be there.
How about it? Oh, I want a hint. Give me a hint.
No hints.
No
man.
clues.
No hints. You're sending me to a barren wasteland, snow covering everything. The people up there are all overweight because they have to be fat just to stand the cold. We got, I'm telling you, man. And Orndorff, here's a fella who don't care anymore about nothing.
No, he doesn't.
He's so obsessed with getting a hold of me or Roddy Piper, he doesn't know what to do with himself. But tonight, fella, I'm going to show you what to do with yourself. You're going to learn, Orndorff, you're going to learn how to lose. I'm going to teach you how to lose right there in front of everyone there at the University of Wyoming. It's in Laramie, Daddy. That's cowboy country. You're not going to have all them thousands of people screaming for you, Orndorff. They'll be screaming for me.
We're going to find out
only a pretty lady in the crowd.
tonight in Laramie, University of Wyoming Auditorium Arena. Plenty of good seats available. Fans, we're right back.
This is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, about to enter the ring, the manager, Classy Freddie Blassie. And he represents the tag team from Tehran, Iran, weighing 258 pounds, the Iron Sheik. And from the Soviet Union, at 313 pounds, Nikolai Volkoff. Their opponents from New York City at 235 pounds, Jim Powers. And from Antigua in the West Indies at 238 pounds, SD Special Delivery Jones.
Now, this is going to be one well in a tag team match. SD and Jim Powers.
Ladies and gentlemen, at Mr. Volkoff's request, he would like you all to rise and respect his singing of the Soviet national anthem.
Jones and Jim Powers, these are two tough competitors, and I think that they may just give the Sheik and Volkoff some kind of competition here, because both Powers and SD Jones are very fiery individuals. They're both strong and they're both aggressive, and they should make a good account for themselves. Upset because
look at that.
That's the Jones stop.
Controversial foot gear of the Iron Sheik. Jim Powers right underneath the rope. Volkoff, the big Russian, 300-plus pounds. One of the strongest men in the WWF. Picks up pounds with these. Down to the canvas now. Back is made to Sheik. The Iron Sheik now. Oh, look at. Oh, what a suplex.
The World Wrestling Federation here on KYCU. Talking to you from Cheyenne and Laramie tonight, University of Wyoming Auditorium Arena. Phenomenal World Wrestling Federation card. British Bulldogs from Great Britain square off against members of the Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, George Wells, Daddy Spivey. There is also a ladies match on this great card. And I want to welcome back to the great state of Wyoming from Tampa, Florida, former football great with the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears, and now one of the greatest in the World Wrestling Federation, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff in Laramie tonight. It's Ace Cowboy Bob Orton.
You know something, Jim? You know what I hear? I hear that the town of Laramie, Wyoming is going to give Mr. Wonderful key to the city.
Key to the city.
They're going to roll out the red carpet.
All right.
Buy your hotel room 2 weeks in advance before Mr. Wonderful comes to town, because of the insurance I'm standing here. They'll be sold out. Every woman in Wyoming, matter of fact, we're going hunting that night too. Every woman in Wyoming is going to be at their matches just to touch Mr. Wonderful. But you know something?
Shoot.
Mr. Wonderful ain't easy. Not everybody can touch Mr. Wonderful. But if you're real lucky, you might get a chance that night.
All right, you said we were going to go hunting. I would assume that would be after the matches. What kind of hunting can you do at night?
You put a headlight on. Know one of those coal-mounted headlights? And go out and hunt rabbits at night? You ain't never done that. Well, I'm going to show you how to hunt. I'm going to show Bob Orton how to take care of business. You and I, Orton, you got this cast. Well, I got a cast, too. My arm is just as hard as yours. Who knows? Anyway,
Right on in short. Oh, yes, University of Wyoming Auditorium Arena tonight.
Now on sale at your local newsstand, the latest edition of the #1 selling wrestling magazine in the world. See Hulk rally around the flag as the superpowers flash. S.D. Jones dances into our hearts. The dog takes it all in the wrestling.
Is giving them up.
Hound Puppy, you're my one and only. Introducing first to my left, from Tampa, Florida, weighing 265 pounds, Hercules Hernandez. His opponent from Illinois at 240 pounds, Paul Dos.
Paul Dos and Hercules Hernandez are locked up, and conspicuous by his absence is Freddie Blassie. We saw him a few minutes ago, and the Sheik folk bustled down more. I'm not too sure about that.
Well, he was so upset, I'll tell you. He was really, really upset, but Blassie was. But, you know, this Hercules with that setup of his, he really looks like the Hercules we used to see in the movies years ago, with that long hair and except that he's got a phenomenal body. I doubt if Hercules ever seen the movie. He was 260 pounds, quite like this.
He looks like he could haul a building down, this Hernandez.
Good. I tell you, he's awfully vicious in that ring. He is one mean dude.
He is still recovering from the effect of his last week.
I'm fed up with you. Know what I'm talking about? Keep interfering in my matches. Keep interrupting. I've never seen nothing like this in my whole wrestling career. It always happens here. Always happens here. Why don't they keep...
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that person sticking his thumb. We're done with you. Just because the farmer serviceman. We're done with you. Right in there. And none of the tag team matches. When Nikolai Volkoff on the Iron Sheik. He got his daylight and brains beat out. When Nikolai Volkoff, I'm telling you, I'm so irritated. I could choke the man and look care less if he never did this again. And he can get his brother, his mother, sister, uncle, I don't care who it is, but get himself a tag team partner. Get in the ring with Nikolai Volkoff down the Sheik, and I guarantee you, you all you hear is Kirster. I'm fed up. You hear what I'm talking about?
So let me make sure I understand. Let me make sure here. You're saying that you want Kirster to find out any partner of his choice.
Anybody, I don't care who he gets. He can get his commander at the post. He can get anybody he wants to. Any serviceman, and he's joined up with anything. Who he gets. Just so he gets a partner, he gets in the ring, and we'll get rid of him once and for all, I guarantee you.
Face the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff.
That's right, against Nikolai Volkoff and the Iron Sheik. Next week he won't stick his nose in our affairs anymore, I guarantee you. Come clear down the ring, around the American flag, thinks he's a big mucky muck because he was in service. Big deal. I got 2 words for him, drop that.
Oh my goodness. But if Blassie's conference, I guess maybe that'll explain why Blassie is not out there with Hernandez. Blassie's so upset with what we saw earlier when the time before yesterday out to interfere. We didn't know Blair to the face of Sheik and Volkoff. And as we were going off the air before the interview, we saw that Kirster was so fired up for it. He was taking on both of them.
He came in here and took a both of them, and he both of them left by the iron and both took off. Now Blassie's extremely upset, extremely angry, and he's challenging Kirster to get any tag team partner. Well, that'd be the case for him. Maybe Blassie can get even more upset. Well, that's big foul.
An individual might be that Kirster would find as a partner.
Well, there's a lot of great talent, and I don't know who he's going to pick, but it'll be interesting. But meanwhile, this other man that Blassie's managing is Hercules Hernandez. He has been doing some kind of a number on his Baldos. And look at this. Here comes his famous backbreaker. You know there is no escape once he applies his shoulder and applies it properly.
Indeed, there is no escape. I mean, there's absolutely nothing you can do. You're up there. You're totally helpless. And I would think that has to be one of the worst feelings in pro wrestling, to be humiliated and totally helpless up there.
Wait a second. Whoa.
Absolutely. There's no escape.
Wait a second.
Give up.
What's your winner of this bout? Hercules Hernandez. Master Piper is here. I'm having trouble finding any brave people to come on the pitch. You see, they don't want to come on no more because they're kind of afraid of RP, Beastmaster. Of course, H.E. baby. Yeah, I love you. He's my bodyguard. So this guy, this big fat Captain Louis Albano, all of a sudden, you see, he figures he's got something to say to me because we've had all this difficulty, and I'd just like to say to you, how you doing, fatso? You don't impress me, skinny, and you don't impress me. Oh! Wait a second. Whoa. Whoa, wait a second. What's your... Is he supposed to scare me? He doesn't have to scare you. He's not here to scare anybody. This is the guy that got beat by a woman. Wait a minute. Let me clarify that. It was Savage that engineered the whole deal. We all know that Elizabeth basically is a good woman, but she's influenced. He's got a mental trance or a verbal trance. He's got her under hypnosis. Nice. Well, who's nice? Nice. Elizabeth, you're talking about? Would you like to have a date with Elizabeth? Just a minute. Elizabeth has a companion. Elizabeth. Whoa. Hey. grab him. He's trying to say Elizabeth merely understands him. That's all it is.
Wait a second. Let me talk. Can I speak with him? Can I converse with him? Do you know? I'd like to say something to you. Like, you're a very ugly person. Yeah, you're really a very stupid. I am very handsome. You really are a very stupid person, huh? You know, you couldn't get a date with $100 bill on your forehead. You know that? Yeah, you think so, huh? You know how? Elizabeth!
With wrestling superstars, it's like having a real match right in your own home. There's Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, and Big John Studd. And now you can fly them and flip them in the Sling 'em, Fling 'em Wrestling Ring. Wrestling superstars and new wrestling ring, each sold separately from LJN.
Here comes P. Brian Blair, and this is teamwork personified here. Blair and Brunzell really have their thing together.
Sure have.
Up goes Barbie as Blair slapping down to the canvas. P. Brian dropping the elbow.
Hey, boy, Brian.
Tampa, Florida doing very well for himself. A number of amateur clinics and things of that nature. In his spare time, does Mr. Blair?
They both have great amateur background, both Brunzell and Brian Blair, and they show it in there. But they work so well together, these two. It's a team that they've been together forever.
Wraps him up, nice maneuver. Very well being pinned. Almost two. Had the leverage factor, but again, we saw an example of Barbie's strength able to kick out of that.
Yes, Barbie is no question of it. Does not have the agility, the speed, the wrestling, know-how skills of Brunzell and Blair, but strength-wise, he certainly is there.
Attack is made. Make a wish.
Boy, that'll hurt.
Well, as AJ attempted to enter the ring unnecessarily.
Let him off the rope.
Yes, we see the ding pot.
Well, Barbie's in the wrong place to be doing.
Sure is. These bees will sting you one way or the other. Blair now dropping the knee. Come on, Ralph. We have two. Still can't get him again. Testament to the strength of Dave Barbie.
Barbie is stunned, though, because he got caught with a knee right on his...
Bruno, I would think here you've got a situation. Barbie's been in there a long time now. They've cut the ring off one of a number of times. It has been too long. He has to be worn down considerably by now.
He should be trying to... Well, yes, there is the tag. I was going to say, he should have been trying to tag the fresh Petruzzi, and he wasn't there too long. And now Petruzzi is in. Let's see what he can do with Brunzell. Well, that's one way. Headlock and a lot of...
That'll take its toll on the knee. Brunzell reaching for the tag. Here comes B. Brian Blair. AJ being set up now. Whipped to the ropes. Off and... Power slam. And a cover. Gets pretty good leverage on the hook. And gets it. Jumping Jim Brunzell. B. Brian Blair victorious. And they are quite a tag team combination here in the World Wrestling Federation as we get the official.
The winners of this bout, the Killer Bees.
The Killer Bees victorious, and stand by because coming up later on in our next matchup, another tag team. It'll involve the tag team champions, Rick the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake, scoring off against Dynamite Indeed and Davey Boy, the British Bulldogs. That's our next matchup, and we'll be back with that match in just a moment.
It's coming. WrestleMania 2. Forget everything you know about Sheik. Grab them, catch them. I don't care what it takes.
Don't go messing with a country boy, country boy, a country boy. Don't go messing with a country boy, don't mess with a country boy. Fall down
bam, boom. Whop, bam, boom. Yeah. And you can cast your vote to the Slammies. The Wrestling Music Awards, P.O. Box 1538, Greenwich, Connecticut. That is for the best single vocal performance on the Wrestling Hour.
This is a non-title tag team match scheduled for one fall. In the ring to my left, the manager, the luscious one, Johnny Valiant. And he represents the current World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. From San Francisco, California, weighing 273 pounds, Brutus Beefcake. And from Seattle, Washington, at 249 pounds, Greg the Hammer Valentine. And their opponents, led towards the ring by Captain Louis Albano from England at a total combined weight of 465 pounds, the British Bulldogs.
Led by Captain Louis Albano, the maker of more tag team champions than any manager in history. This is going to be an extraordinary matchup, the non-title matchup. The tag team action of the WWF is really heating up as of late. Earlier on, of course, Freddie Blassie pressing Corporal Kirshner to find a tag team partner to meet Volkoff and Sheik next week. We're hopeful at the end of this match we're going to have Kirshner with us. I know he's been thinking about the challenge, and no doubt he'll come up with someone as his partner for next week to face Volkoff and Sheik. But right now, the Bulldogs, Bruno, if they can pull this out, they could be championship bound.
You can't believe one thing, that they're going to give everything that they have, because even though it's a non-title match, but if they can pull an upset and defeat the champion, you know that a title match is inevitable. They'll have to give them a title match. And I'll tell you what, I have so much faith in these two that I will not at all be surprised if they don't pull an upset in this bout.
Missing with the elbow. A kick to the midsection, misses there as well. Dynamite right back around on Valentine. Dynamite getting control now. A whip to the ropes, headed off over Valentine. Right back at him. Look at the speed of Dynamite. Valentine almost back to the ropes.
That is speed. Valentine was very up on his feet when the Dynamite kid only come across the ring. Got him with a tremendous tackle and just about almost knocked him clear out of the ring. These two have such tremendous speed. It's incredible.
Valentine really playing possum, backing up in the corner now. Knee lift, a chop to the back of the head, another one. Valentine attempting to assert himself, has a Dynamite kick. What a body slam. Here comes Brutus. Brutus now. It's a start and rams the elbow, I believe. The forearm down into the throat. Brutus Beefcake, perhaps the more sadistic of the two.
Perhaps, but I'll tell you what, Vince. Valentine and Beefcake are going to come up with everything.
Reaching to make the tag, but too far away from his partner, Davey Boy Smith. No, that's the guy. Davey Boy. Winding up. Brutus Beefcake. Really working on the left arm.
Certainly could. It certainly could. So far, the Dynamite kid and Brutus sure showing that they're the superior team has they got him in the corner. Running elbow by Valentine. Wow. Really? Just very smart for right there at the chest.
Valentine in control now. Rick the Hammer running the knee to the hamstring area. Continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this bout, the British Bulldogs.
Manager in the World Wrestling Federation. I don't particularly approve of the way you dress. It looks a little weird.
I look weird. Look at you, baby. Zoom in on this face and this tie and this suit. Let me tell you something. You know, everybody's talking about the odd couple of professional wrestling. And I manage them. I manage them. What?
Wait a minute.
What is it?
Take a look at this. See, they finally settled a Spike Jones estate. Where do you pick
real
up?
Cute. Hey, why don't you smart up to me now when I'm fixing to bring in adorable Adrian Adonis and the one and only Terrible Terry Funk, baby. The Hart Foundation.
Oh, my word. What a pair to draw
How
to.
do you do, Slim Whitman?
Slim Whitman. Adrian Adonis. Or is it Adorable?
Adorable.
How did you ever get a name like Adorable?
Oh, I woke up one morning and I decided I'm Mrs. Adonis.
You have got to be. Wait a minute. What?
What in the world do I smell out here?
Jeans cologne, Terry.
This guy's wearing perfume.
No, it's worse than perfume. It smells bad.
It's jeans, Terry. It's jeans.
Hey, please.
I think possibly that jackass, the junkyard dog, could have been out here. What do you think, Mr. Adonis?
Adorable.
Well, Torrance, I think maybe Black Blassie was here. The flea-bitten hound from the junkyard. Yes, he was here, the jackass. He's soon to be corralled, though, isn't he?
Why do you call him Black Lassie?
Because his mother was a sewer rat and his father was a German shepherd.
Gentlemen, I don't find a whole lot of humor in that. You're lapping it up.
You know, let me tell you something. I was out on a double-cross ranch, and I'll tell you, I was playing cards in there in the middle of my living room with none other than Amarillo Slim. And he was the poker player, and he was shuffling those cards like they had silk pennies on. And while I was sitting there, guess who came in?
Who?
From Amarillo.
Who?
T. Boone Pickens, a corporate raider. I said, I'm having a problem with a corporation. He says, is it bigger than Exxon? I said, yes. He says, is it bigger than golf? I'll handle him. I said, yes, it's bigger than golf. He says, well, who in the world is it? I said, it's the WWF and Vince McMahon Jr. And T. Boone Pickens ran right out the front door. But I'll tell you what, I do. I neither would have done
And no punch in a mini skirt, I would not play.
Not in this program.
Just let your love flow like a mountain.
Very anxious to know whom you're going to choose for a tag team partner to face Nikolai, Volkoff, and Iron Sheik next week.
Well, you know, I've had a problem with these two guys, and I've looked around a lot. I'm not going to tell you who my partner is going to be, but it's going to be a man who I can trust on my back, who can get down and fight like nobody can fight that I've seen before.
Well, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your tag team match. Any words of wisdom for Sheik and Volkoff?
I suggest him to look out because I got a partner. Brother, get ready. That's what I got to tell you.
Any prisoners, Corporal Kirshner?
We take it. Expect no mercy, Vince McMahon.
Thank you for joining us. Corporal Kirshner and Bruno, we'll look forward to that tag team matchup. A guess perhaps on your part as to whom he'll select as a partner.
Well, I don't know. There's so many that he could choose. I wouldn't even want to guess because evidently he wants it to be a surprise, so we're going to leave it at that. But I'm sure he's going to come up with quite a surprise for both the Sheik and Volkoff.
All right, so we'll see Corporal Kirshner and a mystery partner to face the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff next week in our feature match. Also to join us, by the way, next week will be the Ivan Putski Polish Power. the Macho Man, Randy Savage, King Kong Bundy, Big John Studd, Tito Santana, Pedro Morales, and a whole lot more. We'll look forward to you joining us next week on Championship Wrestling.